Hey, everybody. I hope you can hear us, and I hope everything is loud and clear. This is yours truly, Ghazala Jabeen, and we're doing a live here with a very own special guest for you, our very own Miss Lisa Marie Robinson. And boy, oh boy, have we got some exciting information to share with you guys. All right. So I'm hoping that if you can just put some comments, then we should be hopefully loud and clear, and everybody can see us and hear us on there. I'm not sure that you can, but hopefully you can. I'm just going to check to make sure that everybody can hear us. So bear with me while I just do that.
Declan's
on. I hope you're all doing fine, but we've got some packed out information here for you. So 2 seconds while I go through this for us to check that we're all okay. Okie dokie. Yes, we are absolutely right. Hey, Declan, nice to have you on there, which is wonderful. So great to see everybody. Can't hear this. Oh, can't wait to hear. This is loud. Oh, live and clear, right. You said you can't hear it. Okay, that's cool. All right. So we have got some exciting, it's going to be quite an interesting Facebook Live, very, very different sort of format. Just notching it up, we are, I mean, this is it. We said there's going to be many, many changes happening, and this is one of the changes we hope you're appreciating and liking, the whole professional vibe going on as well. So let me just introduce a little bit about what we're going to do. So one of the things that we feel here at Ucan2 community is that it wasn't always about people right at the very top and their stories and what they have done. This is also going down to the level of people just starting out and people that are literally just making a breakthrough, that they've been given an opportunity, they're making a breakthrough. They want to be also seen as people that are determined and just literally going for it and literally need to shout out to say we're here and we need to be heard as well. So I'm going to be sharing some of your broadcasts, or any comments that you want to be giving. Freezing in Aberdeen, is that right? Oh my goodness, Sumitra, we'll send you some warm vibes over from Spain for you, all right? So for a lot of you that haven't been on any of my particular lives before, I am, as I say, Ghazala Jabeen, the marketing machine, the Bollywood queen, and anything that goes with the scene. And that's my own little rap thing going on for you. So hopefully you're liking that. But okay, we're gonna start off because I've got a beautiful lady that is actually sitting waiting to be sharing her story. But what we are bringing to you guys today is this. We have very much in common as two ladies, both of us single parents, both very entrepreneurial, very, very driven, taking everything like the challenge, like a bull to a china shop, going for it. When we're on a mission, that's what we do. But we've also come through many, many, many challenges, and we wanted to bring some valuable information about appreciating where people have come from, where they're going, what they've seen, what they've grabbed hold of, and how they're driving this thing whole forward. So, we just want you to sort of get some value from this. And like I say, we got a whole load of stuff that's for you to hear from it. So without further ado, when I got to see this girl, when she came to the limelight of Gaz, right, was when we were doing a product sort of shout out of where this product was in different places around the world. And I saw this girl doing the splits, showing this product in a sunshiny, beachy resort. And I was like, who is she? And I know I do mad things, but I thought, who is she? I need to know a little bit about her. So already she caught my attention because she was just very vibrant. And I thought, all right, let's find out. And really, it started to unfold the whole story as I got to know. The more and more I got to know this girl, the more and more impressed I became, because I just seen the determination in her. Nothing holds her back when she is on one and she's feeling it from the heart and driving it like crazy. And I just want her to share with you. So without further ado, let me please introduce you to one of my business partners, very dear friend, a great party animal of one I want to go out with, is our Lisa Marie Robinson, all the way from Marbella in Spain, joining me live for you guys to hear us out. So Lisa, can you hear me, and how are you?
I can hear you clear and loud, and yeah, I'm good. Apologies, I feel you're in your business attire and I'm in my sport gear. I literally have, as Gaz knows, I ran in the door. Literally, she's messaging me, Lisa, where are you? I'm like, I'm just putting my computer on. And I've just had to tie my dogs up because they were like scrapping friendly on the floor. So
now I can't hear you, Lisa, but I'm not sure if everybody else can, because I can't actually hear you. Could somebody put a comment to just let me know we can hear Lisa all right, because I can't hear you for some reason. So if somebody will give me a comment on there, that would be great.
Yeah, can anyone?
Just talk away and let's see if hopefully people can hear us.
Can you? Oh, I think, yes, can you hear?
Yes, they can, I can't. Okay, hopefully, guys, you can hear Lisa all right. But I'm going to go through it. So, Lisa, carry on where you left off from there. Everybody can hear you okay.
Yes, so I was just saying, so I've literally, I was up very early this morning for work, and I've rushed in the door, the life of a single parent. So I rushed in the door, I literally threw my bags on the floor. So Ghazala's looking very businesslike, and I was planning to make a bit more of an effort today. But I've got my baseball cap on, and so this is me. Those that know me know I dress like this a lot anyway, and it is pretty hot here in Spain today, so it's good. So yes, so I'm over to you guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
Fantastic. I hope they can hear you. I'm actually going to be lip reading you. This is a new skill I'm learning, but anyway, I'm going to lip read you. But I'm gonna just come in on to another question here. I want to ask you, Lisa. Is I want you to share with everybody of our audience that's listening in, is that you left the UK, you headed over to Spain, you had very, I'm sure you were challenged with many things. For example, the new territory, the language issue, the finances, the finding a home, the people. So if you can just share a snippet of what challenges you had and how did you overcome them?
Yeah. Okay. So. I know some of you know me that are watching, some of you don't, so I'll explain. I'd always dreamed of moving abroad. I love palm trees and I love sunshine. These are my big, 2 reasons, and I like outdoor life. I like to live outside and enjoy the fresh air and the country and the beach. So I'd worked on cruise ships when I was younger. For 3 years, I traveled the entire world. It was amazing, everywhere. And I'd always dreamed of living abroad. England never felt like home for me, which those people that live abroad understand that. But, it was just, it wasn't for me. So I planned and planned and planned. I had Anton. I left Anton's father when I was pregnant, and that's a whole nother story, not for today. So it was a pretty, well, not even a pretty difficult time. It was an extremely hard time in my life. I left my house, my job, my friends, everything that I knew for my life. I left. I moved to a different part of the country. I started from scratch, a single parent, on my own, completely on my own. I've been on my own completely from day dot. But I was never happy in England. I had set up a couple of businesses, an event business, and I was lecturing at a college so I built up a great life, but I wasn't happy within myself because I was craving sunshine and palm trees. So I just, no matter what I had, it was never going to be enough because it was the place I was in was not correct for me. I wanted to move abroad. I searched. I'm going to keep the story short because I know we don't have a huge amount of time. I searched 3 different countries predominantly because I looked for winter sun. I chose Spain in the end after many years of research. I spent 1 year traveling back and forward every month. I get a hire car. I drove around. I ran my business from over here as well on my laptop while I was here researching. And I did nearly the whole of Spain in a year. I did all different areas of Spain. And then I found where I live, and it was, well, in fact, I actually didn't find this place. I found this when I was back in my office in England on the Google Maps with the little Google man that you can walk around the Google Maps, those of you all know that. And I'd kind of spent nearly a year and my time was running out. I had a time that I had to move abroad by, and it was running out. So I was in my office and I was kind of like, come on, universe, come on. I felt it was meant to be Spain, but then I started doubting it. And then with the little Google map, I found Estepona, which is where I live. The beach that is just down here, 5 minutes from my house. Loads of you have seen my live feeds from this beach. This is the beach I found with the Google map. This is the beach. And I just went, oh my God. Keep following what you think.
I did that for you. Did you like it? Did you see what I did?
So I found this beach when I was in England in my office, the law of attraction, the manifestation, and my flat, listen to this, guys, if you don't believe in manifestation, the place I lived when I first moved here, which came to me, was in front of that beach. That was the view out of my window. And it's literally the view that you've seen the view. I go there all the time. I do it on my live feeds. I talk about it a lot. It's still right down the road for me, 5 minutes walk. And that's the beach that I brought. So yeah, it was very difficult. It wasn't easy. I didn't know anyone when I moved here. I sold everything in England and moved here. I left 2 businesses and I left a very successful, lucrative job, which a lot of people would love. I wasn't happy. So I set up my business here on my own. Obviously, we were in the recession as well. When I moved to Spain, people thought I was absolutely mental, but I knew I wasn't. I knew I was, on a mission. I knew what I wanted. I didn't speak the language. Anton obviously was going to go into Spanish school at the age of 11, which people said, you can't do that. He cannot start. He was bilingual within 3 months, my son. And also this place is very transient, so people come and go a lot. So you say goodbye to a lot of people. A lot of people don't succeed here. It's very, very difficult. I, in a way, luckily didn't know that. I think when I came, I didn't. I was just like, I'm coming. I want to live here. I'm going to succeed. I didn't have the doubts. But yeah, it was, it was, don't get me wrong, it's, we still go up and down. That's life, right? It's not like this. Life is not like this. When you're like this, you're dead, right? That's your heartbeat. Yeah? It's like this, it's normal. So you have to work with, the ebb and the flow of life and work with it and the peaks and the troughs and rock with it. But yeah, I mean, this is in a very short, condensed story. There's a lot more, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I worked against much adversity, and not only that, actually, let me just say this, I had no support from my family in a way that I say support, they didn't want me to move, obviously, because I'm leaving them. I'm leaving with their grandchild, Anton. So I say support as in, once they realized it was my dream, of course, and they support me now and they love it here. And they're very proud of me. But I have to say, those sort of big 12 months where I was planning on moving and I'm flying, my mum, I think I have invited her to watch this. I don't know if she's watching it. If you're watching it, mum, say hi. But my mum actually sent me an email with a bullet-pointed list. She might not even remember this. Every reason why I should not move abroad with her grandchild. So this is what I'm saying. This was not an easy decision. This was like, I was going against everything. Everyone thought I was crazy, but I was determined. And when you're determined, that's when the magic happens. Can you hear me now, guys?
Absolutely, darling. I can absolutely hear you now. I had to get my Bhangra music out the way. And then I got you on the scene. I was thinking I could add that to it, just a little bit of extra touch with it. But you know what, Lisa, that really is when you kind of like thinking, are we doing the right thing or are we not? Because we're hurting the ones we love, but we've got to go through the pain in order to make that change in our life. So I absolutely understand what you had to do for you and your drive, because I know your son is one of your biggest whys of your life. That is like your pulse that beats and keeps you going. But I also know that with what you've started, but I want you to just share with me a little bit about how you got into the fitness side of your work that you took over in Spain. How did that come about? And again, I know that's another big, why of yours, but share with everybody, how did you make that transition to start earning when you got there with that?
Okay, so obviously I was very established in the UK. I was a lecturer of many years. I set up I'd obviously, like I said, I left Bristol when I was pregnant and moved back to Kent. And they're very different areas of the country. So, yes, Roxanne, follow your heart. It's massively important to speak your truth and feel your truth and be honest to what's for you, because what's for you is not for everyone else. So you've got to listen to within you, you know, and that's what I did. And thanks, Maribeth. And so, yeah, I'd already reset up in Kent, obviously, once. So I knew I could do it. But moving to a different country with a different language and not knowing anyone is very different, I think, and not having anyone around you, no family, no support, nothing. So it was different. So when I moved here, I networked hardcore. I still network, but I go out now, people know me. It's like, you know, I can't go out without someone coming up to me who knows me, which is great. They might not have met me before, but they know me through others or social media, which is great. But yeah, when I moved here, I networked really hard. I just connected with different people, different groups of people. Yeah, it was, Vicky, very hard decision. And I don't know, I started with private clients. I'm obviously a qualified personal trainer, and it's easier to get one client than to get 20. So I went back to personal training, which I hadn't done for that much because I've kind of had a lot of classes in the UK. So I'd stopped the personal training a little bit. So I went back to personal training because it was much easier to do that for me when I first moved here. So I had a lot of clients, private clients. I positioned myself at the top, even though no one knew me. I'm going to say something right now, actually, which is a quote that a guy called Chris Cardell, I used to study, I was in one of his mentoring groups years and years ago, and he always said, in times of the recession, you position yourself where the wealth is, and not in them exact words, but that kind of thing. And, you know, so when I moved here, yes, I knew we were in a huge recession, and Spain, actually, Andalusia, where I live, is one of the worst hit areas of Spain. However, we have this and we have this. Yeah, we've got massive wealth here, but also massive poverty as well. But obviously for my clientele, I'm up here. I'm going to work up here. I'm not going to work down here. You know, this is the area I'm going to work at. And don't get me wrong, I help people down here a lot, but that's through my choice and my heart, and that's for free. I'm not going to charge, you know, to help these people. I just help them because I want to. But for services, then yeah, this is my experience as well. It's not through greed. It's through my background, my qualifications, my experience, and, you know, my self-worth, I guess, in myself, and I know what I can offer to people. So yeah, network, and so I worked, you know, I built up relationships. I had clients. I gradually started teaching some classes as well. But the crazy thing is, everyone, I went from a full class. I mean, I was teaching aerobics at the age of 17 to 40 people. I was teaching full classes. So to start here and have one person turn up, two people turn up, because they don't know me, they don't know my background, they don't know what I've done. And so it's very humbling because I started at the bottom of the ladder and I had to work back up again. So it's a very humbling experience to do that. And I would do it all again tomorrow. It's great, you know, for yourself. And so, yeah, I built myself up. I went to networking events. I spoke to people. I got myself out there. And yeah, I'm very ethical, and I've got strong, you know, values, ethics and morals. So I worked with them, and gradually I got some classes. My classes got busier and busier. I've had 3 different studios here, the world side, and each one I've got bigger because and the studio I'm in now, they've actually knocked a whole wall down because I begged them to knock a wall down because I needed more space. And that's why those of you that see my yoga's outside. I had 32 people there on Saturday in my yoga class. I teach outside because I have space. I am outside in nature, which for me is really important. But again, I have space for the people that come to me, which is great. So yeah, I mean, you know, but it's step by step.
Absolutely. And that just shows there, Lisa, just because of that hard work that you've been putting in, you've built that. And these sort of things don't just happen overnight. It does take time, and it's back to what we often talk about is being consistent, and not just because you came across a first hurdle or a little bit of doubt or whatever, but you stick it out, you've done that. And that's exactly what we keep telling people that they've got to do. But also, what I want to know is you got introduced to World and Hilo and everything. And I know that you're not a network marketing person because you have no network marketing experience before all this. Can you tell me how did you get introduced? How was it? How did you get into it, and etc. And what made you get excited by what you saw? So can you share that with us, please?
Okay. Well, firstly, I've always been called a catalyst in my entire life. I'm a catalyst, and I know I am. I can plant seeds into people and watch them grow in different areas of their life, and I can see stuff. So I know quite often other people direction and future. So, you know, and because of that, I've really noted and been very aware, particularly over the last sort of 20 years of my life, how much I love to help people and help to change people's lives. This is what I do in my profession, but it's also what I do privately as well. I like to do that. So Derek Brister, who Derek Barber, I know Derek Brister. Derek Barber, who, I don't know if he's watching, if he is, say hi. I know he's in Marbella today, actually, because he messaged me. He was on my Facebook again, because I network pretty hardcore through Facebook, you know, and he was a Facebook relationship, you know, but I had never met the guy. He lives right up the other side of Malaga, so we'd never met. He sent me the 2-minute video. Now, I just come back from Ibiza with Anton. We've been in Ibiza. We were hitchhiking around Ibiza, you know, hanging out, me and my son, you know, hitchhiking, hanging out, walking.
You're a cool mom to hang out with, Lisa. That's the thing.
Yeah, so but the reason we were hitchhiking, I'll just say this. It was fun, but anyone that's been to Ibiza is so expensive, so expensive. So we were doing it on a budget, all right, because I'd also been in England, you know, and obviously I'm on a, you know, the business I'm in now is a service. So, you know, and it's funny, while I was out there, I was saying to Anton, I really need, you know, this new opportunity. And I was talking about it out loud to Anton, and, you know, and then literally the day I got back, or 24 hours within the day I got back, I put my computer on. Derek had sent me this 2-minute video of the company, and that was it. Every hair on my body went up. I called Anton in from the kitchen. I was like, Anton, this is it. This is what we've been looking for. And it was, for me, it wasn't, you know, it was everything. It was, you know, obviously I got to meet the Ucan2 leadership team very quickly on, which was, you know, and I've been to 2 events and I'm blown away. I think we have the best leadership team there is. I really do think that, hands on my heart. I think you guys are amazing. You're credible in your own right, but you're so supportive, and you give so much to us, which is, you know, invaluable. So, you know, I'd obviously connected you. I connected with Derek. I watched the video. I liked the product, and I saw how this could change people's lives, not just the people that were wearing it, but the people involved in the business. So it was, again, going back to my core ethics, beliefs, and values, and what I like and what I like to do. So, you know, I'd obviously message Derek back going, send me some more information, of which he did. But yeah, and what I'd like to say to everyone as well, this is where we have to think outside of the box, because it's not just about the people you know. In fact, you know, when I mentioned to my mum, I think she thought I'd run off and joined a cult, because she went, it's one of those pyramid schemes, isn't it, Lisa? I've done a bit of search. I went, Mum, no. I hope my mum is watching. But then I was like, Mum, trust me, please trust me. You know, I've done my due diligence, you know, And she was like, okay. You know, and now she's obviously, again, very supportive. But yeah, I think you have to, you know, when I looked at it, I was just blown away by everything. The support from you guys, the support from World, the product, and the potential, the vision and the dream, you know?
That's brilliant. Thank you. And it is important, because a lot of people, when we are excited or we have a dream or something that seems like it's going to come true, you know, we get a lot of people that are concerned naturally for us, but also they put some caution. Sometimes we used to call people, not our family immediately, but we do get family, we used to call them dream stealers. Like, that's our dream, and we've just found a way to get there, and they used to take it away. So people get dampened their spirit with sometimes because of that. But the fact is that if you're, like you said, the hairs on your body stood up and everything, your body gave you signs, your gut instinct gave you signs that this was the right thing to do. But what I want you to share with us all is that you didn't do this lightly. Some people kind of dip their toes in and think, I'll have a little go with this in things, and they like a little peekaboo to it, a little dip your toes in, a bit like, I'm not sure, but I'll have a go. they kind of go like that. But you were like, I'm investing, I'm coming in, I've got my snorkelers, I'm diving in with this properly. I got literally because you when you and I got to talk a little bit, and you were basically sharing with me that you wanted to do something big. You wanted to get an event going, and you wanted to really highlight, because you could see the bigger picture, because you're a girl that's got vision and drive in a sort of forward going fashion. And you said you were telling me a little bit about you wanted to understand it better, to work it better, to get bigger and better, and like some of the other people. And you and I had a chat, and I remember saying to you, Lisa, if you are so serious and you can pack out a room, and you want to do this in like put the mark over there because that's what you wanted, just get it packed out. Let's do this properly. I will come out to Spain and support you. Can you tell us a little bit about that and share with people what our little brief dialogue was about that, and why you felt ignited to take this on and put your flag of Spain on the map for world and show them?
Yeah, I mean, it did just start with a very brief phone call about something completely different, which escalated into me going, yeah, I'm going to launch Spain. Yeah, I can get 100 people. In fact, I got 130 people, which was amazing. And I was in all the magazines and, media coverage here. And yeah, I mean, every time I go out, people do come up to me actually still and ask me, because they've seen my social media coverage, so they know what I'm involved with. And again, it is very important, those of you that are watching this, with anything in life, but particularly with network marketing, is that you jump in with 2 feet. Well, not even 2, like whole, you're in, because we are sending out vibrations to the universe. Like, this is an example. When you move to Spain, you want to move to Spain, but you keep your English phone number because you're like, no, I don't want to let go. I'm just going to, no, you're sending out the wrong vibration. You have to change your phone number. You sell everything. You are committed. And it's with this. When I'm in something, and don't get me wrong, I've obviously had areas of my life where I haven't, and I've, deal with the consequences. But, I know, and I've learned from the lessons of my life, that if you're passionate about something and you want to succeed in something, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your job, whatever, you need to go in and you need to invest, emotionally, physically, everything. You've got to go in, whether it's training, whatever. And so with this was the same. I saw the vision. I was completely committed. I'd spoke to Gaz, and she'd dangled the carrot in front of me, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. And I had an event business in England for 9 years, a very successful, actually it was a speed dating company, and I ran hundreds of events. I actually did the world record in speed dating when I was there, and it was a super successful business, and it was an event business, so I did all different events. So I've ran events here as well in Spain, so I knew I could do it, because there's a difference. You have to have the belief within yourself. So I knew, obviously Gaz flew out with Peter, so it wasn't like, this was a big thing, and it was on, some of you watching may be quite new in the company, so you may not know, but it was November, wasn't it? November 21st. And yeah, I put a lot of effort, a lot of hours. I was doing, 19-hour days on the run up to it. I put the effort in, but it was amazing. It was a really, really good event, and it raised the profile of myself and the company hugely. I still feel this year we're going to get benefits from the event. It wasn't instantaneous, but you plant the seeds. And yeah, I just believe, like Gaz said, you have to put everything in.
Absolutely. And I just on this moment, I just want to congratulate you for having taken that task and that challenge, and literally you went marching out and you did put that flag for Spain with world, and to let people know that you are a serious player with this, and that's what it's all about, is exactly what we're doing to make it happen. And over 95% of that room was packed out with your invite, so I know that you really did deliver, as you said, and committed day and night and everything to get it so right. And Double President Peter Webb and myself, we did fly over there to give you support, because our belief was within you as well as a person. So, for somebody out there, when they're working with an organization, or any organization anywhere, is identify also those people that are serious players and really reach out and say, hey, I can see that you're really going for this. I want to come out and I want to help you. And that's another lesson that we all need to learn from that, because we identify people that are serious players. Those that are running, you run with them. Those that are sleeping, leave them to it, because that's about, you know, the real drive. Lisa, I want to just move on a little bit about this, because I know that when committing in a business, we do have ongoing costs to building our business, etc. And one of the things about a business like ours is that we have events. And I know that a lot of people want to get to these events, these live events. That's actually literally putting people on the physical meeting with people all over the place, especially when we build online, that we do. I also know that finances are usually quite a lot of challenge for people, like they were for you. Can you tell me and our audience there that even financially, that it was, you know, stressful for you to kind of invest to going live abroad to an event? Why and how did you do it? First of all, what made you want to be there? And two, financially, from the challenges, what did you do to make sure you got across there in live, you know, self of yours on an event?
Yeah, the interesting thing is, like I said, I'm here as a single mum working my own business that I've set up myself, all myself, you know. And, you know, my son he's 17. He's just turned 17 last month. And we've got 2 dogs, so this is my family. But if someone had said to me within the last, it's probably 5 months, isn't it? Within the last 5-6 months, you will have traveled to America twice. If someone had said that to me maybe 12 months ago, I'd have gone, how? Like, you know, but it comes back down to the commitment and the belief. And I know through all the studies that, I mean, I study every day. I'm always working with personal development. Another reason I love, you know, how Ucan2 talk about it, because it's something that's very close to me. I study every single day. I learn something new every single day. So everything I've learned has always told me about commitment and stepping in with 2 feet. So when I saw, again, it was a vibration within my body probably, because when I saw the Las Vegas come up on the screen, I'd only just joined. I joined up with Derek in July. It was only last July. And I saw it and I just went, I've got to go. And then within 24 hours, I printed up a new vision board and it had the Las Vegas sign on it. And it was quite interesting because when I was in Las Vegas and I saw the sign, I thought, wow, that was on my vision board. And it's very, very important. You know, we're not just talking about it positively. We're reading it. We're visualizing. We're seeing the photos. When we were in LA and they gave the car away on the brakes, people were going up and getting in the car to visualize and feel and smell the car, to create this vision in the brain and in the vibration of the energy of the earth and the universe. And it works. I would not be living in Spain right now in this house. In fact, this yucca's come from the UK. This one's one of mine from the UK, but it's much happier here. But I would not be living here now if I hadn't visualized all of this. It really was everything I visualized and more, and I'm still visualizing every single day, and I still work really hard every single day to step by step to move myself forward to where I want to be. I visualized I was going to be in Las Vegas. I didn't know how. I was like, you know, shit, that's difficult. That's difficult. Oh my God, you know, how am I going to do that? But I just knew it, and I knew I had to go. I knew I had to invest in it. And I did it. And I went. And guess what? I've just come back from Los Angeles as well. And again, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But when we were sitting in Las Vegas, Gaz, and they announced the ticket and they did a discount and the 3 entries into the draw to win the car, I went back to the hotel that night. And again, I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know. January is my busiest month in fitness. My classes are booming. I didn't know what I was going to do. I've never took any time off in January, ever. So I literally just booked the ticket, because you have to. You've got to commit. I booked the ticket. And I thought the rest, I will put it out to the universe, because once you're committed, the universe will conspire to help you on your journey. It will. I promise you, because like I said, I would not be living in Spain, living the life of my dreams, if I hadn't committed before with everything that I've done from leaving England, you know, and it's so important. So it was commitment, it was belief and faith. Keep the faith and put it out there. Put your intention out there and follow it and work towards it. Don't just put it out there and do nothing. You got to do the work. You've got to do the work. The work is a huge part. A lot of people have this. They have the dream and the focus and the ideas and the vision board looking very beautiful of everything that they want in the future, but they don't do the work, and you've got to do the work. The personal development, which is spoken about by Dave, by Gaz, by Graham, by Jason, by Peter, all the time. Guys, do it. Every single day. Do it.
That's brilliant. Thank you. And you're absolutely right. Everything there. And also because you're leading by example, because your brand new team member arrived with you in LA because they knew how important it was for you. So our Kezia, first time, and she hadn't even done a Facebook Live, and she's like, I'm going to give this a go. And this is what it's all about, is they see it, and you're setting that example to others. And, especially for all those women in business, we guys are just sharing with you, single moms or not, women in business, thriving every day. And by the way, you guys are cool too, just saying. But it's literally making a mark, and we're being the living proof of our worth and our hard work efforts and everything to do that. So Lisa, just I want you to, a lot of people know the Ucan2 community, within the community with it, but there are a lot of people who don't know that what the Ucan2 community has on offer for people when they're just starting on their own, and everybody's, it's quite daunting for anybody to start a new business. Sometimes you go into a franchise, you can invest money, and there's your system you bought into, but you don't always get that extra support of somebody. But what kind of support did you get from Ucan2 community? How did you find the resources within it helpful for you? Could you share that quickly for us as well?
And can I also add to that, Gaz, is I've obviously been to the last two big events, Las Vegas and Los Angeles. I was at both, and I flew out, I sorted everything out, and I did it. However, when I was there, the amount of people I met, and also at the event that I set up here in Spain, because other people came that were in different legs. So they were not in the Ucan2 team, remember? And the amount of people I've met that are like, have no support. They have nothing. And I'm obviously new to network marketing. So, I understand this now because I've spoke to other people. I mean, there was people literally begging to come into Ucan2 because they've joined under someone else and they have no support. I mean, what I'm talking about. And people like begging to come into our community because we have such an amazing supportive community. And the thing is, I've pretty much, for many, many years, I've been my own boss. I run my business. I work for myself, which is great. But it gets a bit lonely at times. I mean, Anton knows everything about my business because, I've sort of brought it up with him. So I talk to him about everything, and we do a lot of the design and editing of videos and everything together. But to have a support and to be able to link arms with other people that are there for you. And the proof is, when I spoke to Gaz and said I would like to run an event in Spain, she said, okay, well, if you get 100 people in the room, I'll fly out. Now, that's how it began. And then, obviously, Pete came as well, and it became a huge, huge event. But the belief was there. The support was there. When we were in Las Vegas, her son was designing the flyers in the breaks. We were coming out on coffee breaks. Me and Gaz were on the phone to Gaz, one of Gaz's children, who was doing the design. Mikkel was doing the design for the flyer to support us, to help us. And it is a family. And I mean, Jason, I know you just commented, you are there creating this new amazing website at the moment. You're doing all the behind the scenes work, which is going to empower us all to go forward as a team and as a family. And please don't take this for granted. Ucan2 are the most supportive leaders there are. They're educated in their own fields. They're all big high flyers, and but they're also normal, nice, happy, friendly, big-hearted people that will there for you if you need them. And I really feel that. And from hearing other people in other teams that are not getting any support, we have everything. And if you don't make a success of this opportunity and of this business, The only person you can blame is yourself.
Correct. Oh, thank you, Lisa, because a lot of people don't always fully understand what is involved, but it's nice for you how you were recognized and supported, and you're flying out there right now. And that's what we want to do, is championing, which is one of the reasons why this platform is there. It's not for those people that are right at the very top. These are people just started. This is the most important people, just at starting points, but growing the success and getting bigger and bigger, and letting everybody have a say in their little platform that's leading to the bigger platforms as well. So finally, because I know there's a lot of information we've shared, and hopefully people have got something from there, because everybody I know is literally working the business, doing the things, and they will be hopefully inspired by your journey, as I was and am, and as we are helping others as well. Is what I want you to share, a last 3 or 4 nuggets is, what advice, Lisa, would you give to somebody that is either struggling and feeling like they're not getting, moving faster, or if they've been presented the opportunity, what they should do with it, and, just the overall, just something from your experience that keeps you going. If you can share those couple of things with us, that would be great.
With the opportunity, I would 100% say, follow the lead. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already there. Follow it, copy it, learn it. In my first and second week when I joined, I watched as many videos as I could. I was on every World Business Overview, and I still am on pretty much all of them now. When I can get onto them, if I'm not working, I'm on. So it's plug yourself in. Learn the system, deliver what you're being told, and work on yourself in the personal development, which is also taught within the Ucan2 community. So it's all there. And if you need help, reach out to your upline. If they are not there for you, then reach above them, reach somewhere else, rather than just shut the door and give up. And the main things I would say is, when it comes to kind of visions and dreams and where you want to go, is be clear. So I've got clear, committed, and courageous. I've just written this down in my book earlier. Clear, committed, courageous. So I've got be clear with your why and your what, and your vision. Believe it as well, be 100% in it. So be, exceptionally clear with your big why, what you want from it, why you want it, and how many people are going to be enhanced by your big why. Is it just about yourself? Because it is. The universe probably ain't going to help you that quickly, but the more people that you can impact and the more positive effects you can have on the earth, you'll get it, and that's why this is an amazing product. And the bios in, of course, are incredible. So I've got clear and be committed. So be committed, act like I spoke about earlier. Do the work. Don't make excuses. Be a doer. Be a doer. All right. Set your intention. Get on with it. Don't make excuses. Just do it. And the other one I've got is courageous. It was the third C I wrote down this morning. Be courageous, because we need courage in life. We're going to all face fear. Now, I like fear to be used as an acronym, which is face everything and rise. So FEAR, face everything and rise. So next time you're in front of adversity and problems and you're scared or you're fearful, just do it. Because the fear, we're all going to face fear. We're all going to face fear. It might just be something small, or it could be something very, very big. But we have to go through it. We have to push through it. And if you push through it, like me moving to Spain, oh yeah, of course I was a little nervous. I wasn't, I'm not, of course, particularly with everyone around me telling me I was a crazy woman doing it. I mean, I was coming to Spain and people were all leaving. People were leaving in the hundreds, not because me, but because it was a recession. And people were all leaving. People were like, what, you're moving here? God, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'm done. And I'm the one moving here. So don't get me wrong, I was fearful, but face everything and rise. Just do it, because if you do it, that's when the magic happens. That is when the magic happens. You have to just go against it. So yeah, clear, committed, courageous.
Fantastic. Oh, well, absolutely brilliant. And Lisa, I just want to show my appreciation to you and everything that you've shared with everybody, because I know it's a personal challenge. You're a positive energy out there with everybody. And I know that you're a fantastic leader in supporting your organization. And I would say for all those people listening out there, share this out, share it. These are real stories, real people's challenges, and they're opening up their heart to share with them that an opportunity was presented, what they did with it. And I couldn't be more proud of you, Lisa, and especially to being here, to sharing not only with the community, but for community to share other people, because someone somewhere out there is going through exact those same sort of changes, thinking, I wish somebody would give me a breakthrough. I wish somebody would give me a support. And is there any final parting word that you want to say as I close out?
You know, I can talk as much as you guys. I would just say as well, because you just said about the word breakthrough, you have to also remember, everyone, often before there's a breakthrough, there's a big breakdown, you know. So if you're going in a real negative place in your life, and I've been there, like I said, I left Anton's father when I was pregnant. I left my house, my job, my dogs, everything. You can't even imagine the person I was then. It's like a different person, you know. It was horrific what I went through. But when you go, you break down to break through. It's like a caterpillar and a butterfly, right? They go through the darkness and then they come out. That's why people that know me, I have a lot of butterflies in my house, on my car, because it's a symbol to me of light at the end of the tunnel and the brightness. So it's stay positive, you know, work with it. We've got one life in this body, right? We've got one life. Don't, you know, at the end of your life, look back and say, oh, I wish I'd done this, or I wish I'd done that. Be one of these people that at the end of the life, you're like, wow, it couldn't have been any better. You know what? I did everything. I faced against the fear and I rose. I did it. I achieved what I wanted to do. And for not just for me, for my family and for anyone else around me that I can help.
That's brilliant. You know? Lisa, I'm looking forward to having you up on that stage there with the biggest spotlights on you and championing everything that you've just shared with us, and everything's going to pay for you as we move through. But you know what? I also know that you've got a lovely birthday celebration coming up, right? So for the birthday of yours, can I tell them what your age is?
I'm 45 on next Sunday.
She's not 45, but yeah, she's 45 in a few days' time. And so there's some celebrations, and I know that you want me to get over there, don't you?
Yeah, I invited Gaz yesterday, so you're putting it out there. Yeah, so I invited her yesterday on the phone call last night, didn't I? And said, get on a flight, come out. I have a whole weekend of. Those that are on my Facebook, you see, we live life in Spain. Another reason I live here, we really live life here. There's not a day goes past where there's not something going on. It's incredible. Thank you, everyone. So, you know, I love living here. It's just incredible. It really is. And I've invited Gaz out. And anyone else wants to come, you're more than welcome. The more the merrier.
We can club together.
Party in Spain.
Brilliant. Okay, well, brilliant. I appreciate that and appreciate you. And folks, we, this been quite a lengthy one, but we wanted to get a great value for you guys, because you don't get this kind of content just delivered straight out raw as it's come to you live. And I worry about technicalities, but, you know, we've managed through that, even though I couldn't hear you at first. But I had my Bhangra music going on, as we said. But hey, you know what? The whole thing is exciting, and please make sure you share it, because this is where people want to hear it. And we look forward to seeing you again. And our Ucan2 community will be sharing another guest with I don't know who it is just yet, but watch this space. And for those people who don't know about Ucan2 community, go ahead onto the Ucan2 Global community and then get information on it, and just reach out to us and ask us a little bit about it. The support is there. Lisa, you have a good rest of the sunshiny day out in Marbella in Spain, while I freeze myself, but I got some sunshine going on in here in the UK. I can't top my tan up as well as that you can over there, hey ho. But anyway.
One thing actually, whatever you can dream and believe you can achieve. So just you just have to understand there's a lot more going on. We're all vibrational beings, and we really attract what we think about. So, if you've not heard about the law of attraction, those of you watching this, look at it. Go and Google it and start studying it, because it works. I promise you. Anton, come and say hi. Anton's just walked in the door. My son, he can come and say hi.
This is nice. Hey, come to come down. Hey, Anton. Live. There's the dog as well, so she's not kidding about it. I've just seen the doggy there as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that, because sometimes people, they're trying, but they don't know why they're not succeeding. And it's really, the law of attraction is so exceptionally powerful. And if you don't know about it, please study it. And I know it is spoken about a lot in many of the documentation that Ucan2 talk about.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, folks, until we join you again live, Lisa, thank you once again for being on the show here with us today on the live. And we look forward to seeing you folks, and have a great rest of the day. We hope you enjoyed it. Long, lengthy it may have been, but great content you'll appreciate. People pay thousands for this type of input from real stories and lives, and you've had that free on live through the Ucan2 community. And my name is Ghazala Jabin, and you are Lisa Marie Robinson, and we are proud world changers and delighted to be partners of yours in the journey, whether it's on a personal journey, whether it's friendship, or whether it's through our community. But we look forward to seeing you all very soon. Until next time, much love and respect. Take care. Bye-bye.